Beers and bets. Beers and bets. Beers and bets. Beers and bets. Beers and bets.
What's happening, y'all?
Hey, welcome
Beers
back.
and Bets crew. We're back. We're in the middle of the NFL playoffs. We got the AFC Championship, NFC Championship. We're going to talk a little St. Louis Blues first, get into some coaching hires in the NFL. See what else. Mainly, I want to focus on that Mahomes injury and how the Bengals just get the best of Mahomes every time. But like I said, start off St. Louis Blues. Brad, you got the jersey on. Jimmy, you got the jersey hanging in the back. From what I hear, it's been a little bit up and down this season. The Blues can't seem to stay on the right.
We're the weirdest team in the league.
Roller coaster. And my question to you both, and why I wanted to talk little hockey going to start this shit. What do you do when you have O'Reilly and Tarasenko coming back? You're right there. Like, you're not that far off. You know you're gonna get your guys back. So I think in this comes up in sports like a lot, right? Like, we see this in every league where at the deadline, like at the end of the year, O'Reilly and Tarasenko more than likely are gone. I hope we keep O'Reilly, and I think we would. I don't know which one they would take over. I think I would rather have O'Reilly. But as a fan, like, what do you guys?
I don't know if you heard, like, Jeremy Rutherford, the Blues guy for the Athletic.
Yeah, I haven't
basically
heard.
O'Reilly came out in a one-on-one interview, said, "I want to stay in St. Louis."
That's cool. Okay, yeah.
He asked him about money. O'Reilly goes, I want to take a team-friendly deal, but I also know my market. And I was like, that's a fair answer. He's making like 7.5 now. So if you think he's going to take team 4, yeah, he wants to stay. Fuck it,
right? And so, but what do you guys think as fans? Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of a shitty spot to be in, right?
Well,
one of the shittier spots.
Maybe don't trade Tarasenko or O'Reilly. And maybe you give up a young dude for somebody who could help, like, stabilize the team instead of, because it sounds like without O'Reilly and Shanko, they rely on a bunch of young dudes other than maybe like Shen. Like, who else they got? Shen is still there.
Our two highest paid players are Kyrou and Thomas. So they're going to have to do the heavy lifting. They both make $8 million a year for the next 8. They have.
We
to
don't really have a young. We're built for like almost now, Matt. That's what we're saying. So I'm asking, like, as a
we have a hole on defense. I don't think that name's
our defense is fucked. But you're not going to
with
get
our
a guy,
cap
man.
space, unless you're trading Tarasenko in like a 1-for-1 with. We're playing Phoenix tonight. They actually Jacob Chikrin. He's a stud defender.
Chikrin,
Then we could go 1-for-1 maybe with that. I think it would look so bad right now if the high and lows of the team. You're going to go trade the captain, who says he wants to end his career here.
Yeah, and I think he is I think he has a longer. Again, we're not like hockey pros here, but I just feel like I like his. First of all, his leadership ability, like, I think speaks for itself if you've watched any games. But it's like, dude played in a broken foot for like the rest of the game, a month ago or whatever, and
right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think I love Tarasenko, man, but his injuries they scare me a little bit. And it's like, now they're starting to pile up more and more. And I think a broken foot for O'Reilly, man, it's not a tear. It's not like a, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's a fucking gets, it's a
not a soft tissue injury.
Yeah, right. It's a broken bone. It's not like a reoccurring really deal. Like, you break a fucking, whatever. I broke my my back and my cranium one time, and I look at it
hasn't healed ever since. Yeah,
that explains your scoliosis. Okay, but
that explains the trivia contest.
Doesn't this kind of remind you of Backus and Steen years ago, where it's like Backus was the better player at the time? But when you look at who's going to age better, I think O'Reilly ages better than Tarasenko.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Tarasenko loses one more step, and guys are poking that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now with that being
O'Reilly's
said,
already slow.
He'll get traded to like Calgary or something, dude, and
have a 50-goal year.
Yeah, Tarasenko will. So it's a shitty spot to be in. But again, that's why I was wondering.
Fuck it. Well, and we'll come back to this because we're just about to the All-Star break now. So long season here.
Yeah. And maybe because it's hockey, you just stay the course and say, well, we'll grab that 7 or 8 seed and we'll figure it out by the playoffs. And
we're
then
not even
we
in
can
that,
beat anybody.
Right. Yeah.
Matt, the West is so competitive
out right
that we're out of that, dude. And
we're
Colorado,
the 6th team in the West right
Colorado is the team ahead of us. Like they're barely so
with Dallas and
Dallas is killing it. Yeah, man. So it's like
Vegas is having another great year. But
it's like at what point do you say, all right, like we got to throw this in? I don't know. It's a tough, and the way it keeps going, dude, they win and then they lose and you're like, all right, we're not selling. And then after the other night, you're like, dude, fuck this. So tonight we got Phoenix. It'll be really interesting to see this one
in their college arena.
Yeah. Which would be dope if you went to that school down there. Is that Arizona State?
I don't even know if they play there, but like even on the radio, they were like, Kelly was joking. The Blues kind of play-by-play. His dad's a Hall of Famer, but he was like, feels like I'm back in the AHL. My career took a detour here.
Well, dude, tickets to those games were like 120. I think like season tickets like 125,000. Dude, it was something insane because of the limited like option, like number of seating. But it's like, dude, no one's paying the team shit. No one's gonna pay that.
Yeah. Hopefully it is Arizona State because that is known as one of the bigger party schools. That'd be a fun game to go
That'd be
to.
A great,
yeah.
Dude. There'll be some good talent in that crowd, you know.
So Bennington, he's still in net.
Yeah.
No, we traded. No. We got.
Well, no, but I know he has been kind of in and out of the starting lineup. At least he was in the beginning of the season.
No, he's actually been.
They had a young dude that was doing good as well, right?
That's just the way the Blues are. But
you're thinking of last season.
Yeah, okay. Bennington has. Grice has played well. Our backup goaltenders played well. It's just like our goaltending has been fine, Matt. The problem is the defense. Like we haven't solved ever since Bouwmeester had that heart attack or whatever. I think we were all on the mic that night when that happened. If I'm not, I could be wrong. I know
because they canceled the game. Yeah, pretty weird. But we didn't really know what was going on.
And that was right before COVID, like a week before all the sports shut down. But yeah, dude, since that happened, and we also lost Pietrangelo, like. If you watch games, man, it's not on the goalie when you give up backdoor passes every damn time and you're not there, you know? Like Parayko's going for a hit instead of fucking just going to the puck. And it's like, dude, you can't do that shit. And again,
that's what I do that on PlayStation all the time on Shell. I go for the hit. I lay the lumber. If they get the pass across, then so be it.
And that's why you're bad. Yeah. That's why, I witnessed it. You know, German, like not everyone can be though.
Yeah. All right.
It's a special kind of quality to be a big germ.
We ready to talk some football?
Let's get to football, dude.
Let's do it. Let's do the AFC first because I think the AFC is going to take us the longest to discuss. So the Bengals are coming back to Arrowhead for the AFC Championship for the second straight year. They won there in overtime last year. On top of that, the Bengals have won 2 regular season games in a row against the Chiefs. And then you add in the Mahomes high ankle sprain where he can't even, run, jog, walk comfortably enough to make a correct handoff. So it's going to be tough for the Chiefs to beat this Bengals team. I really don't see it happening as much as I love Mahomes. I just think the Bengals are so damn good on defense and offense. Like they really don't have a weakness. And Mahomes can't do what he does. So why is it going to be difficult for the Bengals to stop him?
Well, what he does against the Bengals is roll out and get smacked in the fucking face and cough the ball up. So yeah, he can do that. He'll be able to do that plenty because he's not going to be able to run anywhere. For some reason, though, this one scares me, dude. And it's just because it's him and them, and it's like I think Travis. I hate him. I can't do this. I fucking hate him. So I can't even this one scares me though. And I think Travis Kelce has. I don't want to do this. Yeah, dude. Travis Kelce is made Patrick Mahomes, and I saw a thing about being underrated.
That's not correct.
And undervalued. I I disagree, Matt. I think that dude is a game changer. Like, well, obviously we know that, but I'm saying he's like, dude, like I don't even remember times where we watch games and you're like, Gronk's just he's looking for Gronk. It wasn't like Gronk wouldn't catch the ball.
You remember when he gets set in line and they'd motion him out in the red zone and you'd see him out there.
Oh, it'd be one-on-one on like a linebacker. Yeah. No, I know
that go ball.
No, I'm saying that, but I'm saying just when he like says fuck it, catches a ball 5 yards downfield after Pat well now he won't be able to roll. He's gonna be rolling around in a wheelchair in about 2 years. But when he would do it and he just he'll catch a ball and then just put those shoulders down and that's another 5 yards. And I think that's like a really undervalued thing. So I don't know, man. This weekend I'm just a little worried, even though it's like the best case scenario, dude. Because dude, how many times remember the Buccaneers in 2002, dude? They had played the Eagles a bunch of times. They got them fine. The Eagles had gotten them. So I hope, dude, like you're saying, but I did have to give like a douchey, I hate it shout out to Travis Kelce. Okay.
I mean, we talked all year basically about how Kansas City and the Bills are probably the best two teams, right?
I never believed the Bills.
I think the Bengals, the last 4 or 5 weeks of the season, I think the Bengals took that second spot
throughout the whole season. Right.
Yeah.
I just think look at what the Bengals did last week to Buffalo.
Right.
They can do that same exact fucking thing to Kansas City. Kansas City gives up 144 a game on the ground.
Rushing, yeah. Right.
I don't care how good or bad Mahomes feels. You don't even let him on the field.
No.
I mean, they ran 34 times last week.
I think Kansas City has a better D line than what Buffalo put out last Sunday.
The numbers don't say that in the run stopping. I mean, 144 yards a game.
And I went back and watched the.
Where does that rank? Do you have that in front of you, Brad? Like where
I
that
don't.
ranks,
I just pulled up their
game. It sounds like a 20th rush defense somewhere in there. But yeah, we'll see. Kansas City certainly has a better pass rush than what Buffalo put out there last week. Frank Clark, Chris Jones.
No, that's what they're built on.
Karlaftis,
it's
that number 99 fat chubby dude. Get back there. I don't even know his name, dude. But you guys, what I'm talking about? That really short, chubby dude?
I just know that's funny what you said. Yeah. I don't know who that fucking guy hates him. But that's Spagnuolo's defense, though, too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that. But I think they'll be able to. I went back and watched the game they played earlier this year when they beat them, when the Bengals beat them, and they ran P. Ryan, dude, had a huge game.
And it was just P. Ryan, right? There was no mixing in that.
I don't think so, because every highlight at least was P. Ryan like that. It was a highlight. It wasn't the whole game, so I'm not gonna. But it was P. Ryan was like killing him, dude, and that was fucking Samaje P. Ryan. It's like, man, Joe Mixon. I think we spoke, it was early December when we all kind of agreed, like the Bengals, this could be the time they're starting to get it going. We could see they were turning it on. And now I
think they've won 10 in a row now.
Probably. It was right around that time where it was like, all right, they're starting to feel the crazy thing is, and what worries me is what you brought up with the D line and like their O line. It's like, dude, 2 years in a row, they've come in with a banged up O line.
I think we talked about rushing yards. Only two teams worse in the league this season were the Giants and the Seahawks.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, and that's bad for a team that's trying to win a Super Bowl, dude. I don't care if I don't care how good you are.
It's a glaring weakness because again, Chris Jones is amazing at rushing the passer. Yeah. Karlaftis is very solid at rushing the passer. They get upfield and Frank very
Clark
quickly.
Ain't going to be stopping the run anytime
Frank Clark's
soon.
Probably the dumbest guy literally on the field between both teams.
He said, "In the AFC, when the Patriots beat them at Arrowhead in like 2018 or whatever that was, he goes, he lined up offside at.
That was D4. That was not
D4.
Frank Clark.
Okay, but he said they said I lined off offside. What's up? You're there.
They brought in Frank Clark to replace.
Get rid of him
because
he was such a dumbass.
Smart.
They have a type. They have a type.
That was so funny, man. I was like, they said I was offside. What's up? And it's on NFL.
They threw the flag.
It's like, dude, I don't know. Right. Apparently, dude, I don't know. I wasn't there.
It's like I haven't watched the film yet. Was that the right call?
He gets all worried. Nobody's sticking up for him.
Dude, that pick would have sealed the game. Edelman it went in and out of his hands. They get a pick for a Swearinger or whatever, not Swearinger, but the white guy he runs it.
Sorensen.
It would have been a huge play. I don't know what happened. I guess they said I was. It's like, dude, well, that was just the biggest play in the game. But yeah. But what? But the Chiefs are. I'm worried about them this weekend.
Jimmy, what I wanted to also ask you is, did you appreciate the Mahomes and Michael Jordan comparisons to the Michael Jordan flu game and Mahomes battling through that ankle injury? Did you appreciate the media making?
They're completely fucking irrelevant. One's an illness, one's a fucking injury.
The comparisons were made. I just wanted to know if Jimmy appreciated it. What his thoughts were. I know he's getting on the Mahomes bandwagon. He's coming around.
I can sense that for sure.
I woke up about on Sunday morning, and I turn on NFL Network. They're doing a thing, and then it's breaking down Mahomes. It says Air Mahomes, and I
there we go.
Threw my brand new TV out the fucking window. How many championships did Mahomes lose? Or did fuck it. How many has he lost? I'll go with that. How many did Jordan ever lose? Jordan didn't lose.
No finals games.
It is an asinine comparison. When you compare from different sports, it doesn't. I mean, real question: can the Chiefs win with Chad Henne?
No.
Mahomes is playing, dude. I don't even want to have
5-7, a touchdown.
He didn't really look that good, though. They were talking about that 98-yard drive. Pacheco rips off that 40-yard run on that drive. Pacheco ripped off that huge run, and that was
39. But
I'm just starting to think Mahomes is a system quarterback, dude. Like
probably.
I think they're overpaying. Like they could bring a guy in there.
Do you just look at box scores, or you actually watch Mahomes play? Because he's pretty fucking impressive. He has.
Yeah, what was impressive was when he got bent over backwards and was limping off the fucking field, screaming at Andy Reid, "You're not gonna fucking eat!" Or it was something like that. I don't know.
Well, he wanted back in the game. He said, "Don't take me out of the game."
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's really, really good.
I like
Joey Cool, man. Joey Cool, baby.
I do like Joey Burrow too. I'm conflicted.
You like everybody, the big queen, the whole damn league, man. It's like, oh yeah, well that's my guy. It's like, what? Oh, how many guys, dude? You got more guys than a fucking game of.
I got a handful of guys.
Yeah, it's like guess who.
It's easier to make a list of who he doesn't like.
We need to get that list. We need to get a Chris Baker Mayfield's top of the don't like list for sure.
Dude, Matt's like that.
Imagine if Baker Mayfield goes to the Bucs. I
would love it.
Yeah,
that'd be great. That would be a cherry.
I might have to walk away from football for a couple of years. Think about my options.
Broncos have done that for about 5, so no big deal. No, Matt goes to teams like, remember that game Guess Who, where you just knock down faces?
I mean, here's the team though, bro.
That's like Matt's quarterbacks. Of course, with the team. Who won you? Who was the Super Bowl MVP of that game?
Tom Brady. That's it's a given. I mean, it probably should have been a Shaq Barrett, Jason Pierre-Paul combo MVP, but
the 3 touchdowns didn't help.
Yeah, we'll give it to Brady. We only needed one.
All right, with the fucking Bucs, get off this.
Right. Yeah, we found a way to wrap it in there, even though they were
unbelievable,
brutally eliminated from the playoffs by a team that shouldn't be named.
That was fun, dude.
But no, okay. What other subjects in the AFC Championship game?
Come on and go.
No, we can't be off the AFC.
How many snaps do you think Mahomes takes this week?
All of them.
Oh,
he finishes the game. Yeah, he's going to finish the game. They're going to shoot him up with Toradol. He's going to finish the game.
How quickly did he come out of that second half with his Toradol shot? He's bouncing around on the sideline. He's laughing, haha.
I don't know if he got a Toradol shot.
Oh, he got a Toradol shot.
I don't know if he did.
You see the way he went from dragging his leg to literally dancing out of the fucking
dragging his leg around.
Yeah, I mean go back and watch what he looked like going into half and coming out of half. If you can find it.
He was still pretty bad after half as far as moving around, especially on those handoffs.
Toradol isn't a magic drug. It can't fix his shit. He's still very compromised.
I just think that
I think the minute he steps up in that pocket and that pain comes back, there's nothing you can do till halftime. And then all you can do is numb it again. What's that? Another 15 plays?
Yeah, high ankle sprain is a bitch too. We've seen that ankle or that injury.
You'd almost rather break a bone sometimes.
A lot. Yeah, we've seen that with players, but I just know he's a competitor, man. So that's what worries me. The thing is, man, again, I'm going back and I need to go back and watch like the last year the first game they played, because I watched the AFC Championship game over. And, dude, it really just comes to the Bengals seem to out-physical them, man. And if they can control the clock like that with that running game, the Chiefs don't. The Bengals probably had the best running game left in the playoffs. But the Eagles.
I mean, I didn't even put the Niners above
Niners.
The running game.
Either way, I mean, it's all, though, either way, it's like a tight race, and the Chiefs aren't in that category, nor can they stop the run. And I think in the playoffs, that's the difference between a championship team. And when you even go back and look at Andy Reid, with the Eagles, look at him with the Eagles, man, the running game, they had Deuce Staley, but it was never like, man, he controls the game.
Never was a point of emphasis.
No,
Andy Reid always got away from it. He sure did.
They'll throw to him and stuff like that. So that's where I think they ultimately have I think they're a more physical football team.
Yeah, and why I think the Bengals win is knowing they can game plan completely around Mahomes not being able to move like he usually can. The Bengals secondary is so good at playing coverage defense anyways that they're going to know the ball's coming out quick because Mahomes doesn't want to hold it and he can't move away from any pressure, that the Bengals are going to be able to, press the line even more, covering those short routes to Kelsey or Juju. The one guy I think Andy Reid will really try to scheme up some crazy plays for is Kadarius Toney, because we've started to see it more and more. And when you need to get the ball in somebody's hands, you need to get somebody the ball quick before Mahomes takes pressure in this one. Toney's a guy you can get the ball 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, and he can take it for 20 yards sometimes.
Can he?
Yeah, he did it last week, man.
Yeah, did he really last week?
Yeah. He did.
He had 7 targets for 36 yards. He had 5 for 36. Is that an explosive player?
What about rushes? Play.
He had a long of 9. He had a long of 9.
Oh, I thought he had a.
Then there was a rushing play where he
had
picked up at least 20, Brad.
Yards. 1 rush for 14.
Okay, so he gained 40 yards. I said we see more than that this week.
He had 6 touches for 50 yards. You might as well call Cole Beasley over.
That's a first down a touch. That's a first down a touch.
Yep. eight targets. That's
do you think the Bengals, though, if you're going into this game and you're a Bengals, like you're not even game planning, you're playing like Mahomes is healthy to you, right?
Yes.
Like, I hope they're not going in there saying he won't be able to move around. Like, fuck that, dude.
No, I'd be salivating like you could knock him the fuck out.
I think you can use it to your advantage.
That's what I mean. But I think also, dude, do not go in there being like, no, this guy, because he'll pull some bullshit and throw out of his ass. And again,
when there's Cincy players calling it Burrowhead.
Oh man,
Burrowhead, dude. No. I was at that AFC Championship last game, and there were some Bengals fans behind us that just it was the best day of their life.
A rally cry.
It was the best
I like that one, dude.
I don't like that.
That's a good one. I do like Joey Burrow.
That'll be a fun game though.
Because they were betting down. When I watched that game earlier in the year too, I mean, they betted down a couple of passes from Mahomes again, dude, on like a third down to Kelsey, like on a play where you watch it going, all right, is this going to be? It was like 3rd and goal, and they're a 3rd and 5 from like the 15, right? And you're like, damn, and they hit that down. So I don't know, man. It'll be I don't know. They seem to have their number right now. I'm very excited. I think we got real well. We got
if
real
you're
lucky.
Cincinnati, are you pissed off you're the dog right now?
I don't think they care. They were the dog last week. Since he was a 5-point dog last week, didn't seem to bother him.
Oh, I think it's an easy motivator on it, just like Burrowhead, you know what I mean? There's factors.
Yeah. I don't know how much motivation you need for an AFC Championship game. You already have enough. But
I can't wait to watch Andy Reid lose another fucking championship game. This is going to be great. Dude, if there should be a champion, they should give out a trophy when you lose the champion, like the NFC or AFC championship, and it should go to named after the coach. That should be Andy Reid, dude, because if he loses this one, how many is that he's fucking lost?
They just give an award for best head coach during the regular season. Name it the Andy Reid award.
Yeah, that should be the Peyton Manning award if it's a player. But yeah, either way, that shit. Just dude, if he blows this one at home, like the way it worked out, they literally had a guy had a heart attack.
You mentioned Reid. But I mean, when they played in the regular season, wasn't it Kelsey that really blew the game? It was a late fumble by Kelsey. That was this year, right? Kelsey had a late fumble and that cost him the game. Basically.
He thought the whistle, I guess, was gonna blow up, which that was great. I mean, again, I hate him. I know. But
what do you expect when you throw to one player 45 times a game? He might be a little tired by the end. Yeah,
he was trying to go too. And he's talking shit, flexing like a fucking douchebag. Like, dude, get fucked. Put more hair gel in, you big queen.
So we saved a few minutes for the NFC. Brad, did you have a last thought? Go ahead, man.
No.
I knew we were going to stay on this game for a while.
Yeah, you called it too, man. I was like, we need more.
We hit it all. I'm excited to see it. I'm glad it's the second game.
All right. That being said, let's get picks in real quick for it.
I'm on the Bengals.
Bengals what? Plus win. 1, over, under?
I'll take the Bengals. Bengals win by 4.
War Dog.
Bengals win by 10.
10.
Right on. Bengals win by 3.
Okay.
That's just their playoff. That's their playoff.
Oh, one thing we didn't hit, both kickers have struggled this year. McPherson.
I almost want to pick the fucking Chiefs.
What's his name on the Chiefs?
We all went Bengals, and I don't like it.
What's the Chiefs kicker's name?
Oh, that dude, Butkus.
Butkus. Yeah, they both struggled this year. Yeah.
Butkus. I trust the Bengals kicker though. Last year he won in 3 playoff games, and he was like lights out. McPherson, he and then he in the Super Bowl, I think he had like 3 or a couple kicks as well.
Yeah, he's been shit in the bed this year.
Let me tell you something about kickers. They don't care about beds, dude.
Don't trust any of them.
There is an outside chance we could see snow in Kansas City on Monday or on Sunday.
Who does that benefit?
Probably Cincinnati. They can run the ball better.
Maybe I'll get the day off work the day after the championship game.
Right.
The whole city will be crying because he lost.
I'm just hoping that, like, I just don't know how you can get this lucky this many times in a row, dude. I'm worried. I'm worried.
Let's talk NFC. NFC. We've spent enough on it. Jalen Hurts against Brock Purdy. Everybody would have penciled this in as their preseason NFC Championship matchup.
Eagles doesn't surprise me. We
were all high on the Eagles preseason. I think me and you, Jimmy, both picked them to win the division before the season.
That was my Madden
I don't even know
team.
That they were favorites to win the NFC East.
I bought Madden and I realized how bad Russ was. The Eagles were the team I went to because it was like, dude, fuck, all right,
fuck this guy.
I need
for everybody.
I need a rollout quarterback, and that was not the guy we signed. So
you didn't think about playing with Mahomes?
No, he had high ankle sprain.
Oh, okay, all right. And Madden predicted it.
Yeah.
Who are you guys on this game? I'm riding with the Eagles because I think the Eagles defense is finally the one that's able to shut down the things San Fran makes easy for Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy turns the ball over 2-3 times this game. I think the Eagles jump out to a lead, and San Francisco has to throw the ball more than they want to, and the Eagles shut them down.
You got some great fucking matchups, man. Like when you think about
they both are,
man. Like because it could get. You want me to? Or Brad?
Lots of field goals in this game, I think.
Yeah. I can say. I think the under. What is it? 46. Yeah, I would.
That seems too high. I take the under.
I'd go under
for
there,
sure.
Especially if it might be shitty weather. It never feels like it was as cold as it was at the vet. Like back at the vet, it was always like colder. Now you look at
the shitty quality cameras probably makes it look even colder.
Yeah,
back in the day,
now the vet, you're like, oh, dude. Or now the link, you're like, dude, it's like nice and cool. I don't know, but shit.
You never trust Shanahan. You always go against Shanahan.
The thing is, but when I say I'm going against the Eagles, they burned me that fucking one year. They beat the Patriots. So I'm gonna go Niners plus 2.5. I actually think that the Niners just have the better team. I think the Eagles are like really good and they're there almost, but I just trust the Niners defense more, man. They've given up I think I could be wrong on this, but the least rush yards they did during the quarter, during the regular season. They had the lowest amount, and they just don't give up points, man. They're stingy. And I think that they lost to the Chiefs a couple of years ago, and a lot of those guys are on the team, like Kittle and shit. They have Debo, they got so many weapons with McCaffrey. I don't know, man. I think that's going to be the game. even though the Bengals, God, I don't even know which would be the better one, but I'll take Niners plus 2.5, just because I think they're the better overall team. I think they're a better team.
Yeah. I kind of wish those games were flipped where the Bengals Chiefs was the early Sunday game and the 49ers Eagles was the later on game.
I don't, because if the Chiefs win, I wouldn't be able to watch the next game. So if
to ruin your day early.
Yeah. So now
that makes sense.
Now I can just, slip my wrists after this one, if that happens to happen. Where's this? Is there snow coming in?
I don't think there's snow in the forecast for Kansas City on Sunday. I'll check my little phone app.
It was a high of 29 with 55% chance of precipitation.
Sunday.
It's
not showing any snow right now. You never know. We live in Missouri.
Right. Even the weather knows it, because precipitation. They're probably talking about Patrick Mahomes and his little. I'm not gonna or his brother.
His brother's such a tool, man.
For now, but the precipitation will come from his brother and his annoying bitch ass cunt wife spraying champagne down from so it's 50%. Even the weather knows this game's gonna be tight, dude. It doesn't know. Is that gonna happen or not? Get fucked, man. And if I see that little queen running around, oh God, that big douchebag.
Brad, did you get your pick in for the NFC Eagles Niners?
Not yet.
Let's give Brad a minute.
I'm going Niners for sure. I'm gonna throw in a name that nobody's heard of, but Bobby Slowick.
Oh yeah.
He's been their passing game coordinator 2 years straight. San Fran. It seems like no matter what crappy quarterback they have, Debo's wide open, Kittle's wide open, Ayuk's wide open. And this is a guy, actually, I hope the Ravens take as an OC candidate, because it's fuck, if you can get them open, you can get anybody. And then you add in Shanahan's kind of expertise in the run game. Seems to be a good mix.
Well, that expertise only lasts until there's 5 minutes.
Well, in the first half, until the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the expertise.
He runs out of plays.
I don't know if Philly's an old team. It's getting late in the year. On that defense is old. Slay's old. Fletcher Cox is old. Brandon Graham's old. It's an elderly team. They're very, very good, but you never know how much juice they got left at this point.
How about a Darius Slay pick 6? First quarter, Darius Slay.
He's either going to give up a 60-yard bomb or pick one.
Or both. Who do you think has a bigger home field advantage? Which does that play into either one of these games? And
you'd almost have to say Philly, just because the Chiefs have lost so many home games at Arrowhead.
Well,
against Burrow,
rookie QB. I don't know where he's from, but he's Iowa State, right?
Ooh, you might just have hinted at a trivia question.
So,
well, that's a trivia question. That's a layup.
I don't know. Did you guys hear as well? AJ Brown was saying,
of course, I'll miss it.
He was kind of calling out Philly, even though they won. That I got to get the ball more. I got to get the ball.
Yeah,
more.
And he was pounding on the sideline when they were up 31 to
force it
whatever.
Too much.
Did you see what the safety help Bates is that for the Bengals?
Jesse Bates, safety on the Bengals.
What he said about the Chiefs, about Mahomes too. Did you guys catch that quote? He said, "Oh, good. I'm glad Mahomes is going to be healthy, because I don't want any excuses next weekend when we go in there."
Great answer.
Great answer. Dude, yeah, it was oh, cool. He's healthy. All right, nice.
I almost wish he would have gone a step further and be like, "Man, I wish his ankle wasn't hurt, so they really didn't have any excuses."
So we could,
right? So right. He's playing, but
probably the best rivalry in the league right now. That's not traditional rivalry.
We're going on Peyton Tom type territory, the more it continues.
I'm glad we have something like that, though. It's fun to talk about. So cheers, boys.
Yeah, I like this weekend better than Super Bowl Sunday weekend.
Yeah, I think
championship weekend's the best.
That's Let's
take 5, and we're going to do trivia. We got trivia coming up.
Coming back for you.